Been happy to get 8, 9, maybe even 10 yards there and give a manageable third down attempt. Instead, he found plenty of room there on the catch and run and turned second and long into not just a first down, but a huge play.
Let's go now.
This is Marshall. And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's McCarthy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jamison Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing. Joey Sly is set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
To throw is Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
Leo Chanel breaking up the throw. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Completes it to Austin. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
A gain of 6 yards.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Angel. Here we go, son. Right.
They snap it to Fields. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air again, Fields. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son. Move to the egg, move to the son. All right.
Now a handoff running for the middle. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go, son.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now Marshall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd and goal, McCarthy. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
He's brought down at the 15.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's got room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. There he goes, left side. He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Saints nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He was covered by
well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Ken, 319, you got that? Sit high.
Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll run with Marshall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Throwing is McCarthy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here we go. 19 windy, here we go. Tonight.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Here we go. We're good. 331. All right.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go, Ty.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Right side to Williams. Oh, good move. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Marshall. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
A gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half.
Saints nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Fields. And a completion to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
Back to throw. Fields. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here we go. Tonight.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Now Fields going to run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
From the gun, here's Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Turpin on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but now the 40 takes it across the 40-yard line. 147 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Marshall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that'll be incomplete. good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11. Turbo,
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Marshall. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 17 Timberwolf. Nike, 18.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Marshall. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. On the RPO. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To the air with McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll motion McLaurin left. Now McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
They go with Jacobs.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go, set. Set out.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, set.
And McLaurin, the motion man right.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Marshall. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Wow, and even 200 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on a catch and run. 38 yards.
38 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Theo Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. An extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go.
Off play action, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Third and 6.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a gain of 3 to the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Cougar 19.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
A loss of a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
It's a turnover on down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This is kind of going past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, What kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on a 35-yard strike. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Atkins. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll look to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, side.
To throw is Fields. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
extra point right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Dallas, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup